If you're a new RVer and are about to get on the road or recently hit the road, will your RV already come with everything that you need? The answer is most likely not, unless you bought it used and the former owner graciously included a bunch of things, and even then, there's probably some essential items that you need or will want to upgrade.
Hey everyone, we're Kevin and Christine, and we got on the road to full-time back in 2018. And we really know from experience that there were quite a few things we had to buy right away just to be able to RV, or to make sure that we were safe on the road, or really just to help us fully enjoy the experience. So here are 14 items that you'll need for your RVing experience that you really should consider getting right away or fairly quickly.
Item number 1, leveling blocks. Sometimes you get lucky and your spot is perfectly level, but that is usually not the case. So grab a couple sets of Lynx or Camco leveling blocks, because sometimes one set won't cut it. That will let you put your jacks down on the blocks so you're less likely to sink into the ground or even damage a concrete pad. And then build them up under whichever side you might need to prop up some. You definitely don't want to be unlevel. You can even build a little platform with them to put one set of wheels on if things are pretty off from side to side. Definitely get these.
Item number 2, wheel chocks. You'll need to put these around your RV wheels to make sure that your RV won't roll anywhere, especially when you are hitching or unhitching. Again, we like Lynx or Camco. It'll keep your RV in place and it'll give you peace of mind. You really don't want this giant thing to move while you're hitching and unhitching. Another great option are X-Chocks. They go between your tires and they expand outward like a jack to lock them both in place. The thing that we like about these is they hook right into the blocks that we use anyway, and so you can kind of build up a platform with them just like this.
Item number 3, a toolbox with basic tools. Things are going to come up that you will need to fix, adjust, or just do regular maintenance on. Make sure your toolbox has some basic items for everyday repairs and maintenance. When looking at our toolbox, I'd say that these should probably include some sockets, screwdrivers, hammer, plier, adjustable wrench at a minimum. A couple other nice things to have might be a multimeter and a cordless drill. You might have some of these things already just to bring along as you move into the RV, or you might want to pick a few things up just so you have all the basics.
Item number 4, a freshwater hose, and you really want an extension too. Make sure you have an RV freshwater hose. We personally prefer these Camco ones. We like the blue ones a lot better than the white ones, as the white ones have leaked for us before in the past. But whichever you choose, we recommend that you also get an extension, because sometimes you're further from the water spigot than your one length of hose can reach. Aim for a total length of about 50 feet.
Item number 5, a water pressure regulator. This is a must because sometimes the water pressure is really high at campgrounds, and without one, it can damage your RV's plumbing and cause leaks. We recommend an adjustable one with a gauge rather than a passive one, so you can control and monitor the water pressure that's coming into your rig.
Item number 6, get a sewer hose with an elbow. I would say get a nice one, but that sounds really weird with a sewer hose. So what I would say is get a step up from like the bottom tier one. A really nice one is the Camco RhinoFlex, which can compress. That way you can store it away more easily and it should hold up better. Definitely get a threaded elbow so that you can get a better fit to the sewer port. You can decide whether or not you want a clear elbow or not. Some people like to see the water run clear when they're dumping and rinsing their wastewater tanks. Then some people think that's really gross. We've had both and really don't care either way. We have 2 sewer hoses that are each 10 feet long, and again here we recommend 2 lengths of sewer hose to make sure that you can reach the sewer port if it's just a little bit further away. We've personally never needed more than 2 to reach a sewer port in a campground, but we have actually used 5 of them together to reach a sewer port when we were mooch docking before.
Item number 7, extension cords. As we mentioned with both water and sewer connections previously, there might also be a time where your electrical cord doesn't reach. So get another 25 feet or so extension cord that's either 50 amp or 30 amp, depending on your rig. Also get a 20 amp heavy duty extension cord like this one. and RV electrical adapters for the cords, like 50 to 30, 50 to 15, 30 to 15, depending on what you have. So then you'll be prepared to get power in whatever situation you find yourself in.
Item number 8 is an EMS surge protector. The EMS stands for Electrical Management System, and while it's definitely a bit more expensive than a standard surge protector, I really wouldn't go with anything less because it's absolutely crucial to protect from electrical problems that you are definitely going to get at the pedestal or outlet that you're plugged into. Stopping a power surge is important, but a full-blown EMS like this one takes it several steps further. It definitely protects from reverse polarity, which is when the outlet isn't wired quite right, and most importantly, when the voltage is either too high or too low. A regular surge protector won't do that for you, and we have not been through a single year yet where we haven't run into voltage problems at campgrounds.
The next 3 items are all about tires, which are incredibly important to safety while travel. And item 9 is a digital tire pressure gauge. You want to be able to easily check all of your tire pressures before you hit the road. So having one of these is a must and makes it easy. If you need to, get one with a longer stem so you can reach the inner tires if you have a dually truck, for example, but just find one that works for you and that makes it easy to check your tires.
Item number 10 is a portable tire inflator. After you've checked your tire pressures, you might need to add some air. Sure, you might say you could just go to a gas station, but it's safer and a whole lot easier to be able to do that before you go anywhere. Don't risk driving on a tire that isn't properly inflated. You also might find that you end up at an air station that can't actually inflate your tires all the way. Not all of them can get up to the proper pressure for your truck or possibly your RV. So consider if you're filling car, truck, and or RV tires, what PSI is needed when you're selecting one to buy. We actually use a 120 volt compressor because with our solar setup and inverters, we always have 120 volts on hand. What we would recommend for newbie RVers is just get the 12 volt model that you can power from your truck or maybe sometimes your RV.
Item number 11 is a tire pressure monitoring system. Having a system that monitors your tire pressure and immediately lets you know if something is going on as you're traveling is also really important. This is ours, and it just mounts with this Velcro onto the dashboard in our truck. So we always have the readout, and then it beeps and alerts us if something is going on. So being able to catch a tire just starting to go flat is a lot easier situation to handle than a tire that has just exploded, and then having to try to safely navigate to the side of the road and dealing with all the potential damage caused. There are several brands and systems out there, but definitely get one that can monitor all your tires.
Item number 12, water filters. As you're traveling, you really never know what kind of water quality you're going to get. Mineral concentrations vary a lot depending on what part of the country you're in, and sometimes it can taste pretty bad or even just have a bad odor. So getting an inline water filter from Camco or ClearSource is an easy way to help with this. It'll just go in line with your water hose between the water spigot and your RV. We've used these over the years, but for our current rig, we also have a built-in whole house filter that just uses these cartridges. We also have a fridge filter, and it's definitely important to know that you have good drinking water. Item number 13 is sealable tubs. Sealable tubs can help keep things organized in your storage bays, and it's really helpful to keep things contained so they don't end up all over the place when you're going down the road. If they're clear tubs, you can also see what's inside to find things more easily. We really recommend that you have at least one for your freshwater hoses and definitely a separate one for your sewer pipe. After that, you could have a tub or tubs for various things like outdoor cooking and dining gear or kids' toys, for example.
Item number 14, organizational items. Getting some basic organizational items when you first move in and get started will help you find a place for everything, which is important. It'll keep it secure during bumpy travels, and you'll be more easily able to find it all. Get a feel for where you plan to put things as you're moving in, take measurements of some of the spaces and write them down. Think about how things may move and shift as you travel down the road and where they may bump together and break or get all jumbled. Consider spaces where you might want to fit more things into a smaller space, as well as areas that may be deep and narrow or otherwise odd-shaped and difficult to access easily. Those are the spaces you may want to add some extra organizational items. For example, kitchen pantry spaces for spices and other items, cabinets for glasses and dishware, closet space for clothing, bathroom mirror cabinets, and the linen closet space, and so on.
Those are tips for some of the items new RVers should get. Are there other items that you would add to the list? Let us know.
You can check out the blog post in the description below where we'll have all the links in case you want to check out any of these other items and more that we have listed. We also have videos on our favorite gear and gifts for RVers, so we hope you check those out. We hope you enjoy your own RVing adventures, and we hope to see you on a future video. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you then. Bye!
See you next time.